All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimensions. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, as we jump into this chart, I want to go ahead and state one last thing before we go ahead and tackle this chart on what it's showing us. I want to say to all the viewers and investors that took the time to comment down below, thank you guys for sharing your insights and for answering the trivia questions. That speaks in high volumes of the community, and I look forward to you guys further engaging on what you guys think on what this chart is showing us today as we move everything to its new locations. And also, I'm gonna have a trivia question at the end of this video, so stay tuned for it and pay close attention so that you guys can answer it, and that way not only do you memorize it, but all other investors as well that may have overlooked it or missed it or did not notice or realize its significance will realize how important it is. Because when I make it a trivia question, it's for a purpose and it's for your guys' best interest, because I want every single investor and viewer to be well equipped for the next trading day or the coming weeks. So let's look at this chart. So Nano Dimensions, it ran up. Right after being in a bearish trajectory, it ran up. It hit highs here of about 460, 461, give or take. Rejection started, and it hit its lowest point yesterday, and that was at 330. 330 is the lowest point that we've seen, and now it has recently ran up as it broke through resistance, but it could not hold up to a newer high here of about 395. And as you can see, which this is very important, I want you guys to pay attention to what it's showing us here. 395 and 395 over here. So you could see 395 there, 395 there. So that's one of the highest points in this bearish trajectory before the hard dip, before the collapse of falling to 330. Now, obviously, we've came back up in this direction, but it's actually leveled off and we're going in this direction. The question is, could the bulls bring it back up, or are the bears going to bring it back down to newer lows? But the most important thing right now, apart from all those lines, and I always apologize for my terrible drawing, is the fact that right there at that point, 395, there was a rejection. That's probably one of the most important resistance levels right now in the chart in the short term out of what we're seeing for the next coming days and weeks. That's going to signify where this chart could be going. The bulls are probably going to have to break through that resistance, because it became a resistance as it was being broken down through to hitting newer lows, and it's become a resistance on its way back up that they got rejected again and fell back down in this direction, and we're at 363. So this is very important point for the bulls. I want you guys to be aware of that and keep that in mind, that 395 is probably the most important number for the bulls to go ahead and turn into a support and break away from it, because currently they're right here. We're going to look at our new resistance level, and then they're going to have to do that whole staircase effect, right, to go ahead, turn themselves into a support there, bring themselves up to about 395 and break away to reach newer highs. That's going to be one of the most important points in the next coming days and weeks for the bulls. Now, on the other hand, we still have 330 as the lowest point, which you want to keep in mind down here as the most important point, that if it gets broken through, this could be on its way to newer lows and newer support levels. So those are all numbers to keep in mind and pay close attention to as the days unravel coming up next week and the next coming weeks, depending on the volatility of this stock. Right now, volatility is up and down, but it's not crazy like it's jumping dollars. It's just jumping around a couple of cents. So it's leaving it off per se in a sideways movement, kind of breaking even back to where it was. Ran up and then it fell back down, and it's slightly above where it once was, closer to support, and now it's just kind of in a sideways movement at 363. So let's go ahead and see our new resistance level for Monday and our new support based off the chart. And we're going to see here why it's important for us to look at these numbers. So this is the lowest point before the bulls reappeared again, and in the second candlestick it hit a newer low, but it quickly brought itself back up, and now it's coming on its way back down. So this is the last bearish candlestick that we see before the bulls reappeared. So this is an important support level here. We're currently at 363. And what is our 50-day moving average? Well, the 50-day moving average is 374. I'd write that down. Super important number to keep in mind. If the bulls break through that, yes, they got back into bullish territory. But they're going to need to break through resistance to reach newer highs. And again, this is the most important point, 395, based off the history of the chart before it fell and on its way back up and it got rejected. This is the most important resistance level beyond everything that we see here for the bulls to pull up and reach newer highs. But before getting there, obviously they need to take steps. So the first step is breaking through the 50-day moving average, getting back into bullish territory, and then breaking through resistance. This resistance is 383. Once the bulls break through 383 and turn that into a support, they're now showing leverage and gaining traction and pulling away to reach newer highs and new resistance levels, showing that they're gaining control over the chart. Breaking through the 50-day moving average, there's still uncertainty. I mean, the tug of war can start, the bears can appear, bring it back down, the bulls can appear, bring it back up, and it's a back and forth tug of war. But breaking through this first resistance level, 383, and turning that into a support, the bulls are showing that they're gaining more leverage and more control. Even if the bears want to appear, they're a little bit further into bullish territory, which they can stay still above the 50-day moving average and pull away again to continue their momentum and reaching newer highs. So super important for the bulls before getting to 395, breaking through 383 and turning it into a support. Now, on the other hand, we have our support level. This support level is important because if it gets broken through, we're already in bearish territory, and if it breaks through this support, it's going to get further away from the 50-day moving average to reach newer lows and reach further into bearish territory. And this support level is 361. If 361 gets broken through, this is going to move to newer lows, further into bearish territory, and I'd emphasize to all investors, pay close attention to how this stock is reacting and how quickly is it moving to newer lows as we see it in the charts and how it's reacting. Put your 1 minute, your 5 minute, your 15-minute chart frames to see what's going on, and also go ahead and put your inflow and outflow to see who is dominating the chart and who's buying more and who's selling more, to see where this is going and why it's going in that direction. So if 361 is broken through, pay close attention to how quickly it's moving to newer lows, or are the bulls trying to reappear to bring it back up? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. So, trivia question. If you made it this far, I want to say thank you for making it this far, but not just for watching the video and grasping the information, but thank yourself, because this is probably the most important point of the video to grasp for the next coming days and weeks. So, what is the most important point for the bulls to break through after breaking through 383? And if this support is broken through and a few other support levels are broken through, what is the lowest point reached after this bullish run and falling in this direction? And why are those 2 points important in either direction this goes according to the volatility of the market? I look forward to seeing your guys' answers down below. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments. And also, you guys can comment apart from this question. What are your thoughts on what the chart is showing us now? And what do you see based off of where we're at? Or what's your insights? Remember, it's not just my voice in the video. You guys all have a voice. I don't want to be the only one just talking about the charts. I really enjoy you guys engaging down below and me speaking with you guys, or you guys speaking amongst each other and engaging. That's the whole point of these videos. We're a community here to go ahead and learn and grow together and be better equipped for the next trading day. So I look forward to seeing all you guys comment and answer down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.